enunciated that shit.
All right.
That's fucking crazy.
It's pronunciation behind
all.
all.
Bet.
Behind everything.
Pause.
All right.
It's like pause.
Alright, how the camera?
Oh yeah, y'all pretty good. Scoot over a little. Need you scoot a little closer. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Do I? Can I touch this or no?
Worry about me.
Because I'm like my neck is gonna be like this the whole time.
Hey, y'all ain't worried about me.
Try to
camera,
cause the camera right there.
So you
shit.
can't see my face, and I rap
There you go.
just
I got it.
this. No, I don't. All right.
Yeah, this is. You can see me. You can see me.
Yeah, you perfect. You are perfect. Yep, you and Cole perfect.
I like when people call me perfect.
Remember that wrestler on WWF,
like
Mr.
it.
Perfect? No, just me. I must be old as shit.
What'd he say?
We are, nigga. We are, nigga.
I said, remember that? You know.
Yeah, I know you exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know what he said.
Mr. Kurt Hennig, nigga. Was it
So we
Kurt
just
Hennig?
looking
Yeah, it was
like-
Hennig.
Hey, but no, I like what you said though because that's my radio station
now.
is an indie artist radio station.
Oh, it's lit.
Yeah, so
I have a
smoke
lot of
now?
artists that I have from Virginia coming
So
out
they have
here.
smoke now.
oh word.
Like I already have
She got a black dream shirt
like
now.
2-3 coming in April.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like
Team
trying
now.
to start a show and like not show but like an event where like
About the
it's
green
VA
now.
LA. Where it's
Yeah.
like people from Virginia who are moving to
smoking
LA.
on that green now.
And then I'm like connecting with people in LA.
Oh, that's hard as fuck. Yeah, hey, yeah, we gotta talk. Cause I like, cause I'm like indie artist is my thing. Like I build my whole following
I
and
have
stuff. over
all I listen to are artists that are like unknown or like people that I know or stuff like that because if I can't listen to my homies' music, that means I can't listen to anybody else's music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because some of these homies they don't know what they're doing, so you have to let them know like I'm not listening to your song because of this.
Right.
Like you need to fix that. If not, then you need to look at another avenue with your go. Like. So if I can play your music when I'm chilling, like that's how you know it's a good song.
You
So that's
playing
how
that shit in the club too? That's hard. If they want, that's dope as fuck.
I play a lot of local artists from where I'm from.
That's hard as fuck.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's dope as shit.
I do that here too.
Yeah, yeah, we need to link because we also have a yacht party coming up too. You know what I'm saying? June 2nd, it's a magic party too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you more than welcome to come network too. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you the link and all that other stuff. It's like 25. I'm not throwing it, but they just got me on the bill. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be inviting people and shit. So yacht party and the magic party the same night. You know what I mean? And it's them right here. They came all the way to Texas, came out here to fuck them because I threw like a event, like All-Star Weekend. And then they just came out here, just networking with everybody else on the network where they had a yacht party. Now they bought their own yacht, like rented it out, and then they inviting people from Texas and everywhere else.
Are we live right now?
Huh?
We live right now?
We are, but the mic's not on. We're about to go live right now. What's your name again?
Zoom.
Damn.
Zoom, like zoom.
Zoom bet.
Zoom.
No, I just want to make sure everything is right. VA.
No, that's.
Want to make? I don't want to, you know.
I'm
introduce-
saying-
I wasn't born and raised there.
Okay.
I was raised there, but I wasn't born there.
All right, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna
All right,
ask
sure.
where you from. All right, bet. Because I want to make sure I don't like to like when I'm on it because it's already there. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna look stupid if I be like, yo, who are we here with? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather say, yo, what's up? You know, just make it natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah, it's Zoom. You can
Okay.
say Zoom or Zoom the DJ.
Okay. That shit hard. You got DJ mixes too? Bet.
SoundCloud be taking my shits down though.
Huh?
SoundCloud be taking my shits
yeah?
down. They
Oh, really?
haters. Yeah.
Well, why?
Because of copyright.
Yeah, I be hating that shit. We had a whole show last week that was dope as fucking
Yeah.
our shit off YouTube because of the copyright.
That's what I'm saying.
But we had the DJ just spinning and making it look live and all that shit. We had Fully, the security guard that's been catching everybody just stealing and shit and whooping their ass. He had came up here last Thursday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah.
too.
I bet.
Funny as fuck.
That shit was funny, but I think if I go to the email, they might have it like where only I can see it, but I probably got to download it.
Yeah.
And because DJ Roy Rob said when you get it, just send it to me, I'm going to edit it.
Bet. Ready to rap.
This is gonna sound real funny, but have y'all watched Beyond the Lights?
Beyond the lights.
No? Oh, it's a movie. You have to watch the movie to understand what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Y'all are whack. Y'all are all whack.
I she already feel like the hoe.
She was ready.
Yeah, she really do. Like, that's cool. I like this vibe already.
Whack as shit. How y'all that?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
It's not on there no more.
I don't know if it's still on there.
Yo, what's good? This be your boy DJ Show from Plan A Radio.
Plan A.
Yo, what's good? We right here right now, you know, in the place to be. You know, Plan A, fuck a Plan B. I had to do that. King Cove was up there shitting on me for the last month, man.
Man.
You know, he was up there coming with his little lingos, his jingos and shit like that.
Man.
This nigga came in there with confidence, like he was Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Royalty in the flesh, finesse at its best.
Way better. But go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, that nigga do
What he say?
royalty is flesh at its best.
Royalty in the flesh and the finesse at its best.
Almost got it. I'm gonna show you in a second.
Ah, damn. But yeah, we up here live today on this beautiful Thursday. It's kind of raining in Southern California. You know what I mean? But we're going to go ahead and introduce our staff right now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DBG, Dro Boy Go Vine. How y'all doing? Representing Dro Boys, California. What's popping? No, Inglewood, stand up. First off, wait, before everybody gets started, I'll just, this is an Inglewood-based show. I want to get everybody started off because today, 2 years ago, marks an anniversary where one of our dear homeboys just passed away. Rest in peace, Andre Bayon, man. We were never forgotten, bro.
Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. That shit, time go by fast, man.
For real.
That shit was real horrible, bro. And he actually got killed in the Uber, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
he was an Uber driver.
He was an Uber driver that got killed.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was like right by my house, and I drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like probably like 2 blocks away from my house. You know what I'm saying? He went to go pick somebody up. They said somebody just, did the windshield.
Shit, crazy.
Was it at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's crazy because I was gonna start doing that shit. But guess what? I'm not doing that no more.
Not no more.
Not no more. No, that's
Cause you be thinking about that shit all the time. Like, what
Yeah.
if?
One of,
Something like
that's
that.
how one of my cousins passed that way. Well, he was delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut,
Damn,
What?
son.
Newark, New Jersey. He was
Oh,
only
yeah.
21.
Newark, New Jersey sound about right.
Yeah.
Man.
He was only, and he just had a 1-year-old. Like he just had a baby, like 2 months old.
Damn, man. Yeah.
And he went in there begging for the job so he can take care of his baby.
Damn,
Yeah.
son. Wow, that's real
Mhm.
shitty, yo.
Yeah.
People real shitty.
Shitty as fuck.
Man.
Yeah, man, we just got some heartfelt shit. Just
Right.
now, man,
I ain't want to bring nobody day down, but I'm just
No,
shout the homie out, my fault.
That's all
we just
good.
talking real talk.
Man,
Yeah, we
Kof, go
just
ahead, take
saying
over.
real shit.
Oh, man. You should take
Take over, Kof.
Yeah, man.
All
Do what you do.
man. Rest
Show us
in
how it's
peace.
done.
Rest in peace, man. Bless the dead. They
Rest
live
in
on
peace,
forever,
Jesus.
man. For real.
Facts.
You now rocking with royalty in the flesh, finesse at its best. I am King Kofi Royal, host from the East Coast to the West Coast. This is Plan A Radio, so let's go.
That shit was amazing.
Hey, this nigga go home and be practicing in the mirror.
That's how I was
And
gonna
they-
say.
I ain't mad at him. I gotta just come with some better heat next week. Nigga.
We got more. We got more.
He
The kettle
said-
stay turning.
He practiced that shit in the mirror. Who's King Kof? I am King Kof.
That nigga was singing Kendrick Lamar, King Kofi. King Kofi.
King Kofi. I do. I did change
So
it.
weak.
I did change it from King, what are you? Yeah, that. To King Kofi.
I believe it.
It's not a, it's just, I do that with every song.
I do too. I believe it.
Everybody do that every song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, 100 though, man. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Shit
You know what
flies
I'm
by.
saying?
Shit.
But yeah, man, we got a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Not just
Not
any
just
DJ.
any.
You know what I'm saying? She representing for the ladies though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We out here in Plan A Radio with Zoom, DJ Zoom in the motherfucking house.
Hey, it's
Can we
lit.
get
Give it a round of applause for
DJ
that
Zoom?
shit right there.
Damn.
Holla.
Urgy.
That's what I'm talking
Damn.
about. Yeah, we up here, man. We got DJ Zoom in the house, man. Like we seen you last week. I ain't even about to tell them what happened last week, but you was up there
Hey.
getting down on it. You said it was light work.
It was.
Easy
it was.
work.
It was pretty easy. It was easier than I expected. I expected more from LA.
Yeah. Somebody sounding like Takashi.
No, I did. No, hold on. I'm just saying, like,
I
I,
mean-
did. Like, because coming out here, like, I just expected that, like, they would be like scary. Like, I was scared from people back home when I did my own. When I did another competition.
Yeah.
Like, it was really hard. When I say really, I'm talking about like hard, and this one was pretty easy. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was prepared for the really hard. You know what I mean? Like, cause back home I got really hard. Like, I had to deal with like a whole bunch of scratching and like flipping and script, like just crazy like types of chops, all types of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Here I really just had to deal with music selection.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Cause it's like not a lot of DJ.
And it's nothing against the other DJs. I'm just saying that sometimes people just prepare different.
Right. No, that's real though. Hey, I don't know if all those DJs was from LA.
I don't know.
Only Wilder was from LA.
Only.
Yeah,
Look.
why?
Nah, I'm messing with you, but nah, you did your thing. No, I seen you was up there on your Juice Q-tip. You know what I'm saying? She was up there killing it though. You know what I'm saying? And like you know, it wasn't a prejudice thing. Like as far as like, you know, a lot of places, like my girl's a rapper. So I know like a lot of places like women go there criticize or look at differently because they try to look at it like, oh, this is a man's sport. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I like the way how you went in there and just broke barriers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Man, no problem. Because, like, you know, nobody should say a female DJ. You know, why she can't just be a DJ like the regular DJs? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that's real. Like, that, like, me being with my girl and her being a rapper, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say DJ representing for the women. I don't say, you know what I'm saying? Be a dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to always, you know, because that's how they try to divide y'all. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this women DJs, that's harder than a lot of men DJs. As you can see, you got the world championship right now. You're up there holding.
Yeah.
So, like, where you from? Like, what brings you out to LA? Like, you know, like, tell us a little bit about you. You know, how old are you? You know, and what got you into this? How long you been DJing? And
I got you.
Your whole
Like,
life story.
so, yeah, pretty much my whole life story. So, originally from Puerto Rico.
What?
Yeah, I was born there.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Puerto Rico. Give us our power back.
Hey, for real.
For real.
That's real. I forgot about that.
And so I was born there, and then from there, my parents were military, so we were moving all over. Went from Hawaii to Virginia. So after that, we was in Virginia for a while. I've been in Virginia for the rest of, you know, my life until now. I'm 24 years old, so I was in Virginia from the ages of 8 up until now. So I've been there for majority of my life. And I just moved out here because I'm a DJ, and I feel like that out here I would be afforded more opportunities, and my sound is appreciated back home. I'm sure that they'll appreciate it out here too.
Nice.
So I figured, why not spread out and spread my seeds? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. You definitely got a dope ass strategy because, like they say, you know, fish can only grow as big as its pond. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I definitely applaud you for coming out here and doing your thing, man, and showing your talents, you know. And a lot of people don't give respects to the DJs as they should, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people who break the artists or let them be known as far as like, yo, this is a hot ass artist. You know, if the DJ ain't fucking with you, how you gonna get on?
Yeah,
You
that's
know
true.
what I'm saying? So like, how did you get into it though? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did you, like, what brought you to DJing?
So I had a lot of musical friends in college. Like, they are rappers, like saxophonists, playing all types of instruments. Like, they was just the people I was around, and I didn't play any instruments. And I was originally gonna join the army, and not do anything musical. I was like, I don't have no musical talent. Why would I, you know, do any of that? And like, so one of my friends was a DJ, and like, I just went up to him and was like, you know, let me see how do you do that real quick. So I started doing it a little bit, and then from there, like, I built on that. Like, I didn't do it for like probably like a good couple months, and I had moved to New York. When I went to New York, I was like, you know what, I'm really gonna try this thing. Like, why not? And then I couldn't afford to get my own equipment yet because, mind you, New York is mad expensive. So I would only use my mentor, who's John Luke. I would use his equipment, and he would like kind of like throw me in like with his shows. Like, he's like, all right, I'm gonna let you do like 30 minutes or something like that, or like open up for me or whatever. And like, that's what I would get my opportunity to practice. So this is at events now, like, and this is like scattered throughout the months. Like, it's not like I did an event every week. No, it was like an event every 2 months. Like, I was barely touching the turntables at that point. So when I moved to Virginia again, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save up my money, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy my equipment. I bought my equipment, and that was like the best thing I could have ever done. And when I did that, I started being able to build my brand as a DJ because I had more time with the turntable, which means I can actually perfect what I was doing.
Right.
And from there, like, that's kind of how I got into beats, making beats, because like, when it comes to the middle, it's gonna sound weird, but when it comes to the middle of the mixer, you can like control the highs and lows of the song. So you could take out the bass, you could, you know, take out the main vocals, all that on the mixer. So I'm doing that while I DJ. So now I'm like, I could do this and produce music because that's pretty much what you're doing.
Wow.
You're dealing with the highs and lows, and you're placing shit where it's supposed to go, and then that's kind of how it worked. And I had a good friend of mine that taught me how to make beats, and then from there I've been doing it.
So you a Jane of all trades. I can't even say Jane.
You can't even say Jane.
She drink Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
Damn, that shit.
I don't drink for the record.
Dope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't drink either, so hey, I'm just 420 friendly.
Y'all should never drink.
Yeah,
I mean,
Never
that's another
drink.
topic.
yeah, that's a whole nother. We'll get.
Yeah.
That topic take us somewhere. But we gonna stay on you. We gonna stay on you. Yeah, that's dope. So like so you like you said, you the Jane of all trades. You produce. You what kind of so you figured all that out like around all at the same time.
Yeah, kind of. Like it's weird. I feel like my brain just kind of started unlocking itself. Like once I started relaxing, like how my mental was working, like because I'm thinking about like the struggle and this, that, and the third, because I was in New York. New York ate me up, swallowed me, and spit me back out. That's why I didn't stay in New York.
Right.
But like I was dealing with all that, so like once I started to calm my mind down, it kind of like everything kind of like falling into place. Like even around the same time I started picking up painting. Like I started doing a lot of different things, and it was because like my mental was just expanding when it came to that creative side, because I never really had that creative side.
Right.
So it's like it finally just blossomed into whatever it is now, or even grow into whatever it's gonna be.
That's
And
crazy.
it's really crazy.
Yeah, because
It's even more crazy because I was a late bloomer. Like I didn't hit puberty till I was like 17, like 16, 17.
Wow.
Damn.
So like I was already a late bloomer. So with that creative side to just blossom like that at 24, like it's crazy.
That's
man,
tight.
that's deep, man.
That's tight as fuck.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Another thing that I seen, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend, you won. What was that this week that just passed?
Which one? Are you talking
The
about?
championship.
Said which one
Oh,
did
the
you win?
championship.
Yeah, you just won a belt.
Oh,
like
yeah,
title
the
belt for
the Vibes game show.
Yeah, that's how we met. We met through the Vibe game show.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, the host was King Cove that's sitting on the left
Yeah,
of her right
it
there. You
was.
know what I mean? And
Guys, it's not about me.
He said,
It's not
shit.
about me today.
that's how you know it's about this nigga. Say shit like that.
Prima donna.
Come on.
What?
Prima donna.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
You know what I mean?
But it's not about
I should hang with the boys, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, yeah, that shit is
So you
hilarious.
right here 2
as
seconds
hell.
out here roasting niggas.
But yeah, man, like even with the vibe that I seen y'all two on stage, like that shit was even dope because like how he was presenting and y'all was like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like professional, you know what I mean? Especially the stage that y'all was on, I liked it. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I like that stage too.
And yeah, I loved it, man, cause y'all was up there spinning, man. We was up there jamming like a motherfucker, man.
I know.
What is your favorite like as far as like kind of parties to do? Like what you like to get into as far as like, you know what I mean? Like what kind of parties? Bar mitzvahs, barbecues, house parties, you know, christenings, baby showers, bridal showers,
Well, see,
side chick showers, what it is.
Pool
side
parties.
Side chick
Side
parties.
chick-
I'm weak. Nah, like I like doing like events where like when it showcase like the local artists. Like I like doing events like that because like you never know what you're gonna get. Like you really don't. Like there's so many different artists out there to the point where like when you're doing like these events when they're showcasing those artists, it's like now you know what kind of crowd, like you know what kind of crowd it is, like based off of who's coming out. So you kind of can tell what you're gonna do when it comes to DJing on top of that. Like, and you get to witness the beginnings of all that. You know what I mean? Like, cause this could be their first performance here.
Right.
You're in the origin story of whoever this person is. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
you got to think of it that way because, like, if you think of it as just it being about you, then it's not going to be as fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about that everybody else. Like, you're a part of other people's story, and for you to be a part of that is special. So that's why I like doing those type of events because then you get to like, you get to get your hands dirty. You can get to know the artist before they even blow up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope.
So like, and then you can see the real them because a lot of people do change when they get. I'm not saying everybody does, but a lot of people do. So like, you get to see the genuineness in the beginning. You know
Preach
what I
on
mean?
that.
Even witness that like
Right.
Yeah.
is good.
Hey, that's crazy. I never
Right.
thought of it like that,
Yeah, it's
man.
real.
I like, cause like being a radio host and you know, being DJ show, you know, it's just like you know, you really like, cause I'm like first I started off as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and I noticed like I can't get like as far as like how could I say this?
Your mom called.
Oh yeah.
I I just accidentally ignored it.
No, keep doing that.
Okay. I was
No
like,
disrespect. Shout
I
out
don't
to
want you to
moms.
think that I
You know-
just hung up
Oh,
on
no,
your
I
mama.
wanted you to do that because I'd have did it
Okay.
too. It's all
I
good.
just knew. I just was thinking what you would think, and I was like, maybe he would.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd have thought.
I'm just gonna apologize.
Yeah, Mom Duke's gotta, time out real quick. You did.
Okay.
But yeah,
My
man.
bad.
No. I would have did the same thing. But yeah, but like I was saying, so that's dope as hell. Like you said, as far as like seeing their growth, you know what I'm saying? Get them to know them personally, because as a DJ and like me as a radio host, I'm pretty sure they be like, hey yo, like they come at you with a genuine respect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They kind of look at you like, to you like, I'm just a normal person. But some people be like, yo, like, it's happening again? Oh, okay.
No, it's facing the wall.
Oh, okay. Good looking
I
out.
think. I don't know. It's just blacked out, but it's cool.
Oh, okay, for sure. But yeah, like it's like as far as like the indie artists, like, 'cause this is an indie artist station. You know what I'm saying? That's the irony of what we do, because you mess with the indie artists, you try to put them in places, as you were saying earlier, trying to place them. You know what I'm saying? So tell me a little bit about that. Like, do you do that often with artists? Like, you know?
Well, since I was based in Virginia, and because I have so much love for Virginia, I have, like, a lot of times I was doing it out there with a lot of people, but I just moved out here, so it's like I'm still trying to develop that integrated side from them and people from California, or people with the, connections out here, because people don't know where to turn to. And if people don't have somewhere to turn to, then they start to look down on, maybe I wasn't supposed to be out here, maybe, shit like that. So to be that filter is always dope.
That is dope.
Yeah.
Hey, that is hard as shit, man. Because I be looking at myself, too, like the Harriet Tubman of the ghetto. Because, like, I always try to get indie artists together as well. Because, like you said, there's more talent in the indie artists because they're them. Instead of somebody else who they're got to be trained to be to make money or make, a market or a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? It's more genuine. They get to really spill out their feelings. For me, no disrespect, but I like Drake before he came out, like, with the,
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so
I feel you.
So when you see an artist's genuine side, like for me, Kanye's College Dropout, I'm like, damn, I missed that soulful shit.
And don't you wish you was there for that moment?
Yes.
When when he was like, I'm about to drop an album. Here's my album release party. Come through. And you just imagine if you got that invitation and didn't show up because you was busy that day.
Right. Damn, that's deep as hell.
But people will really do it because they don't see like the shell. They don't see what you could really blossom into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that definitely did say, oh yeah, Kanye, nah.
It was like, I know it. That kid from down the block. I mean, he's been doing that rapping thing for a while now.
Yeah.
Right. That's definitely what they said.
Right. And that's real though.
And then something like that, crazy. And then now, guess what? I heard your project. It was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, talk to you later.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's real talk.
Because he done forgot you wasn't there in the beginning. He's not gonna remember you.
Right. That's real.
Right.
That's real as hell.
Yeah.
Real.
Shit. Just like Drake said, man, I should go to my high school and have him check in with security. Like,
for
that's
real.
so real. I would really do that because I'm petty, but like because people really doubt you.
Yeah.
And it's not, you don't never do it for them, but at the same time, it's not the fact that they doubted you in the beginning.
That's the fuel for the fire, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's the fuel for the fire that gets you right. But it's like you doubted me, and then you have the audacity to act like you believed in me.
Exactly.
That's the part that gets me petty.
Yeah.
Not the first part. Doubt me and keep doubting me.
Yeah.
Hate me, keep hating me.
Yes.
But don't try to switch up because you see something that you want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how
That's
it's supposed to be.
That's really it, man.
That's how it is, though. That's crazy.
Have you experienced that as a DJ? Like, somebody thinking like, whatever, and then actually, like later on in the future, hey, how you been?
Yeah, I mean, I've had that happen a couple. It's funny. I had that happen when it came to DJing and my appearance, because when I was a kid, I was bullied and all that. Like, I was a skinny kid or whatever. I had RTC clothes. They used to fucking like play around and put my feet first in the trash, like on some shit. Yeah, so like, but it's funny because like back then I was just thinking like, oh, they just fucking around, but in reality that was just my way of, I guess, coping with the little small events that were happening to me. You know what I mean? Like, so when it came to that, it's funny because like the same guys that wouldn't look at me once back then, it's like, remember I had a crush on you? And I'm like, what?
So, oh, nigga, now you little seasoned Lil Kim, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, crush on you ass niggas.
That, for real. And it's funny because I always shout out this. I just shouted him out the other day. There was this one guy in my like junior high, and he was the only guy, and he was like, "You gonna be bad when you get older."
Yeah, in junior high, he said.
Yeah,
that?
junior high. He was like, "You gonna be bad." And I'm like, nah. Like I have my glasses, and then he's the only person. Like, and it was just funny because like now at the end of the day, he's the only person that ever said like that. Back in that time, and I always gave him props. Andre Davis.
Yeah.
Like,
See that, and that's just like the album release. He was there for the album release.
Yeah, but he was there when I was first writing my rap.
Right. He was with you.
See, we just got
right. When I first learned how to rhyme.
Right. Like they cool, but they ain't quite there yet. Like, oh yeah, now you Jay-Z of this shit now. Yeah.
But it's the same thing when it comes to DJing too, because like there was some people who like I'd done events where I DJ'd an empty room. You know what I mean? Like it was nobody there, empty as fuck, and I invited such and such many of like personal friends, and nobody showed up on some shit. They were either working or whatever because it was a weird day. Either long story short, there was nobody there. Mm-hmm. And then I would do an event that's like Brent Fires after party for the show he had. I did the after party to that, and I had people hit, yo, like, where's that? And and I'm like, oh, you wasn't at my event last week when I was DJing this one spot over there. Like it was people there, but you wasn't there.
Right.
Like, you gonna ask me about this?
Right.
Wow. But that's how I would think in my head. But I'm not petty like that. So of course I'm like here's the info. If you want to go, it's $10. Or whatever the fuck. I forgot what it was. And like this is like before I knew that they were charging and shit, because when I first got hit up about it, it was like real brief. Like it was just like, hey, I want you to do that. I was like, all right, cool. And I got the information like a little later, so I got to promote it like I think one day or some shit. So when I first knew I was gonna do it, that was when people was like, yo, so what's up with it? I'm like, I don't know. Like when I did Yes Jules pool party, I wasn't allowed to post a flyer. I wasn't allowed to promote it because it was a private event. So I didn't know if it was the same deal with this. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know until like last minute, like, oh, it's for sale. I was like, oh shit, that's tough. I didn't know that.
Right.
But so after that, we promoted it and it was regular. But like still, at the end of the day, before that, all that information was known, people would still hit me up like, yo, so what's up? Like, how can I get in that? Like, can I get with you? Like, on some shit like that.
That should be blown.
Like, nigga, buy your ticket, nigga. Stop
Yeah.
being
Buy your
support,
ticket,
my
man.
nigga. Yo, nigga.
Yeah, and I hold no animosity towards anybody who can't come to my events or can't do nothing like that. But like, still there's some things that you keep note of in your head, and it's not that I would say something because I wouldn't, because I don't really care that much when it comes to that kind of thing. But like, I'll still keep a mental note.
Yeah, you got
like, you still got to keep that mental note. So.
Yeah, cause like, man, you definitely do, and because like those people right there, like users. Like a lot of those are users. They want to see what you can do for them. Like, and they ain't got nothing to offer.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I mean?
I had a repetitive dream. It was like, long story short, every dream ended with criminals chasing me. And I had looked up, like, I believe in like looking up in your dreams have meanings and all that. And it was pretty much saying that like some people around me, or some people are gonna be around me that are gonna want to use me for my energy, and not really for what I think it is.
Right.
So with that, like I've really been weary of who I have around me, because like even out here, like I don't know people out here. So when people like, yo, come through, like, not even gonna lie, there's a pipe in my car, like.
I got a bat in mine, so
I got a pipe in my car, so even when I pulled up here, I'm like, I never met these people before, so I'm still gonna hold this, and I'm holding it, and I'm driving. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a cool spot. It's not dangerous.
Holding the pipe like a pistol.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
I ain't
mad at you at all.
Hey, as a female out here, trying to grind and get where you need to go, like, you know how many ways the devil try to get in?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
Don't have time for it.
Man, that shit is touching as fuck, man. Like real shit, because like a lot of people don't really realize, even as a woman in the entertainment industry, how much worse it could be. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas try to use you or try to just, like do some real weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? They even do that shit with dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some weirdo shit, but that's another story. But yeah, man, I'm really glad you came though. Like, what is your dream as a DJ? Like, what is your like where you feel like, I mean, like you feel like, yo, like what is your goal? Like as far as like overall?
I'm trying, pretty much I'm not even trying. I'm working to be like the female DJ Khaled type, where I have my artists, I have my beats, and I have the artists that I want on there, and I'll release it, and they'll still get their cuts, but it's still under it's my album.
Features.
They're all features.
Yeah.
And then if I wanted to, if I felt like it, I could DJ my own shit at my own events. Because I don't have to have them there. I could spin it, do whatever, remix it however I feel like right there as a performance. So that's kind of what I'm working towards.
That's dope.
At the end of the day.
I like that shit. That shit dope, man.
Thank you.
You ain't just say you want to DJ for somebody else. Nah,
No.
Yeah, you want to do your own
That's how
shit.
you
You
gotta
want to
do
have
it.
your own shit and take over. I respect that.
That's dope.
Respect
Yeah,
that.
I definitely respect
A
that.
lot of people just be like, I want to DJ for Migos. Nah,
No.
fuck that. Think bigger.
For
Why would I want to DJ for somebody else when I could DJ for
Think
myself?
bigger.
So when
At
you
the
can
end
make
of the day.
amigos,
That's what I'm saying, man.
You
Think
could-
I mean, I can literally, like, I feel like with what I can do, I can be that person that brings these people who haven't been brought up yet and, like, develop them into the artists that they can be with the beats that I make, and on top of that, the people that I have around me, because I'm going to have my own team of producers, I already have artists, like, actual painters, artists that I would have on my team for specific shit, like album covers, like, even, like, having murals on the side of the wall for the community type shit, like, of all different types of things that I would have for them. And, like, I just have different pieces of my puzzle, if it makes sense, because I feel like it's a lot about, you know, giving back to the community and bringing people up.
that's dope.
So that's just how I see it.
Hey, that's funny that you said, like I said, I'm trying to, like, that's the reason why I say, like, it's dope, because, like, for me, I DJ, but I'm trying to get real ill with it, you feel me? And for me, like, that's how I feel, too, because I'm, like, trying to, like, for me, I say I'm the Harriet Tubman of the ghetto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got, like, she do photography, he hosts. My bad.
Sock the
He
mic.
got
My
excited.
bad. Oh, nigga up there.
Right hook of the mic.
Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right?
Silence! Silence! I got me in my Dragonfly Jones shit right now.
He tried Millie Rock. He tried the
She's at the Millie Rock?
on Andy Block.
Yo, hey, man, I can't even do none of those moves y'all just did. I'm gonna stay 30, yo.
I don't know how to do it either.
Oh, man.
I was like this.
Now, boy, we had on, not to cut you off, bro. I said, yo, come to the stage. Who got the best Millie Rock? Boy came out there looking foolish. He came out there chopping like what you was doing. I was like, Had to call my little brother on stage. I had a hand.
Oh, man.
I had to call my little brother in Egypt. I said, yo, hey, to the stage now, please.
Hey, Egypt is a
This nigga did.
clown, yo.
He's a clown, but boy before him did some crazy shit, man.
You talking about Egypt who?
Egypt. Bro,
Ali?
Egypt Ali.
Man, that
What,
motherfucker.
wait, this
That
nigga's a
nigga-
dancer?
He
Yes,
was on,
bro.
He was
Get the
on
fuck
You Got
out of
Served.
here. I didn't know that
Bro.
shit. I thought
You
this
Got
nigga's a
Served.
son.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, that's Omarion's third cousin, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lying. Let's keep.
Nah, but he got the moves like he
No,
No,
could,
but he
though.
can, no,
I was
he
like,
can
get the
really,
fuck
no,
outta
he can
here.
really.
Like, this nigga be clowning, like, doing some weird shit, and then just bust out some crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like,
He's been doing that for years, though, like for years. So I was like, yeah, you know, you gotta have him in there. That brings me to
That's dope.
my first question. So you spoke about DJing in an empty room and DJing in a full room. As a DJ, how do you attack DJing in an empty room versus a full room?
The same way. Why did it change?
dope.
I like that.
Like,
That's dope.
That's
Why-
all I need to know.
Yeah, like, because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm not DJing. Honestly, like, the way that I DJ, it's DJing for their entertainment, yes, but it's more so for my entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because I want to do it, because I like these songs. I'm not playing this because you like these songs. I just know what songs you're going to like that I also like. So that's why I spin those songs, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna notice the difference between what song I'm playing. You're gonna notice the difference of how you felt throughout the night, not really the song I'm playing.
Right.
So if I said, hey, what songs did I play tonight? You're not gonna have a clue. You could probably name one song and that's it, but you gonna remember, yo, that shit was bomb. I had a great time, and then that's all that matters for us. So that's why I personally DJ. It's selfish to say, but I DJ for myself because I know what, and I DJ for the ladies, like, because I'm a female, so I'm of course gonna be geared towards that. And you know what ladies dancing concludes to? Guys dancing with the girls. And guess what?
Right.
Now everybody's dancing.
Right.
versus catering to the guys, and the guys are over here bopping to the side.
Right.
And then the girls are just like on their phones, like, all right, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that shit is some weird shit.
2018 people.
Yeah, I'd be like, damn, y'all still do this
that's
shit?
almost as awkward as turning off the sound and hearing people's jeans just.
Man.
No.
It's almost as awkward.
I feel that, man, because I be like, I hate Waffle. I be like, what the fuck is this a club? Why did y'all pay your money just to hear the music?
Yeah, for all that, like that's how I feel about like a lot of that shit. Like for all that, you just sit in your car and turn on the music, turn it all up the way you feel like it, and dance in your car, or
Hell
like chill
yeah.
in your car, like or in your house.
Hell yeah, real shit.
You just gonna sit there.
And I know you've seen that difference coming out here to LA versus Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia, we dance a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about the difference in the club scene, man, a little bit.
Well, see, a lot of these places where like in Virginia now, I was DJing most of the events I went to, so it was like I'm a little biased when it comes to that because I always had people dancing, so I've seen dancing all the time. But when I go to these events with like these other DJs that I know from back home, like it's always like somebody busting it open, like somebody is twerking their ass off, and it's like the championship, and they're like just going crazy with it, and they're just to anything, like, and that's the type of people that I'm around out there. Like they'll be able to do whatever. They could dance to gospel music, not saying like twerking or nothing, but they will sit there and dance to gospel in the club. And I spend sometimes I like to add a little, gospel, put a little Jesus in them.
Yeah,
like have them like, especially with I'm talking about like, so one of the things that I'd like to do, I'll go from Straight Outta Compton, Straight Outta Compton. So from there, I'll drop into Revolution. Do you want a revolution? Woo, woo. And because it just fits, like, the whole thing. And then so from there, I go into Children's Story. Uncle Ricky.
Damn.
Like, all of it kind of flows together.
Yeah.
And I like to blend songs together. And it's not for, like, and when I play some gospel music, it's not for, like, no disrespect in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's always just, praising, like, any small thing. Because you don't know what kind of energy's in the room. So that's my way of cleaning the room.
That's
like,
dope.
I'm cleaning the room while you guys are still having a great time. Because that song you can't sit there and not listen to that song and not be like, like, there's no way. So, and then people will still sing along with it, and I don't keep it on for long now. I'm not sitting here and letting the whole ticket tired of the I'm not, all that's not playing.
I know the beat does.
You know the whole song.
But I do. but like I still have that one part where it just like cleans it. And I even play Jesus Walk sometimes because those type of songs you don't really hear when you're out, but you still appreciate them when they're there. And I don't play a lot of songs for too long. Yeah. Like I'll give you a little taste here and there of some slight stuff, like that kind of thing, like Jesus Walks. I'll play it for like 5-10 seconds. Right. Like, just the transition from one wave to another. Right. Nice. Type thing.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like, man, you dope, yo. Yeah, like nobody ever, like, you never hear stuff like that. That's why I like interviews. Yep. Because it's like, like people can see you do your talent all day, but nobody gonna really get to know you personally, or you ain't got that kind of time sometimes to like let somebody know about, you know what I'm saying?
What you do.
Yeah, because like it's an eye opener. It makes people like you more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I like some of my artists. Because not artists on my stage. I mean, I love my artists, but just like I forgot who that happened to when I was like, hey man, Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates. I never really heard his music, but I heard when he said "eat the booty," like it kind of threw me off. Like I ain't listening to this nigga. But when I seen the Breakfast Club interview, I was like, damn, this dude is really smart. Yeah. That's what made me a fan of his music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like, because I feel like your interviews hella dope, man. Yeah. Like what other DJ say, oh, I clean the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? I make sure everybody, right.
Yeah, hashtag clean the room.
I make sure Jesus in here. Y'all anybody in here that don't believe in God, y'all gonna dance to this shit though.
Protect the vibe.
Right? How you make people that don't believe in God dance to Jesus? That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Right. Different levels.
Right. Hey, Jesus even hooked up.
Damn, people that don't listen to God dancing to Jesus. That's crazy.
Hey, she hard, bro.
Can we get another hashtag?
Can we get a round of applause? Gotta go ahead. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So
dope,
Zoom, we
man.
talked about all your good attributes that you have as a DJ. Do you have any haters out there that's
I'm
really...
sorry, I didn't hear any of that beginning part.
Yeah, go. I'm sorry. Hold on.
You started while it was still
Applause.
clapping.
My apologies. But we talked about your good attributes as a DJ. You have a lot of them, obviously. But do you have anybody that's specifically like hating on you or anything by any chance? Like, do you have any
haters?
Yeah. Do you have any haters out there?
No, a lot of people. I mean, I get along with 99% of the people
That's
that I
what's
meet.
up.
Like I don't hold any animosity towards anyone. Like
Good.
I'm aggressive when necessary, but I'm not an aggressive personality.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like I'm still Puerto Rican. I'm still crazy somewhere, but I don't pull that out for any situation. So I don't have any type of like confrontations like that. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean? Like I don't believe in just like starting shit.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not. It's pretty dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty, like
Definitely.
who really wants to just start shit?
Right.
right. I mean, but you do have that crowd. That,
Yeah, you do.
That just don't give a damn.
And
always.
that's why people like Lil B get hate. You know what I mean? Like he's such a positive person.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? Like he gets hated on all the time. But that's just gonna happen.
Right.
You just can't feed into it.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Yeah, man, shit, we're about to get out of here right now, man. Your interview was hella dope, man. Like, and y'all could go ahead and check this out on YouTube.
That was one hell of an interview.
Hey, man, man, we got. Are you
cool.
coming? Let me ask you this, cause you do your DJ, but we want to see you
live.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we could. Do you mind if you're not busy? You mind coming next Thursday?
Yeah, I can come next
Okay,
Thursday.
for sure. Yeah, we're gonna have you spend next
I gotta
Thursday.
see what day is that again?
The 29th.
The
You gonna
29th.
dance to Jesus.
I gotta check. But
Yeah,
I
if
got
not,
you.
shit, we are here every Thursday, so it don't matter.
Either
We
way,
go-
I'm gonna see what I can do.
What was that?
Because it's like what time you think?
10 to 1 p.m.
Yeah, I could do that.
For sure.
Because
Hell yeah.
most of my shit's at night anyway.
Oh yeah, we
Upside
always in
down.
the morning. But hell yeah, let them know where they can find you at on Instagram, Twitter, website. If they want to book you, the number, all that.
Yeah. So if you want to book me, my email is Zoom the DJ ZUMTHE DJ @gmail.com. I think I spelled that right. Right? Zoom the D. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I just had to make sure because that came out too smooth. I was like, I
You
had to
did.
question myself
It
a
was
little
good.
bit.
Right.
And on Instagram and Twitter, you can find me at DAMNZUM, and that's Damn Zoom.
Damn, Zoom.
Damn Zoom.
But
But
I'm gonna need a mix, bro. Like
I'm with it. I like, and it's funny because like my mixes I record all the way through. Like I don't go back and edit nothing. Like it's all raw. Like
Yeah.
and I just
need a drop, but the damn, that shit. Yeah, right. Yeah, that shit.
I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where you can find me. If you also want to book me through DM, you can on Instagram, which is DAMNZUM, just like my Twitter.
Okay.
Make sure I had to put that in again, just in case people didn't hear me the first time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. For sure. We're about to go ahead and get up out of here. My hosts, we're going to go ahead and tell them where they can find y'all at, too. And I want to, before I even get into that, man, I want to thank you for coming down. Like,
No problem.
you know what I'm saying? We did, like championship last week. She said it was easy. You know, y'all got to stay on your toes like your shoes off. Because she coming to town wrecking shit.
Only been doing this a year, too.
Oh,
Pull up and rap.
shit.
So if I had, just imagine if in 5.
Exactly.
Man, hey, she going to be murdering the scene, yo.
You feel me?
Word.
Hell yeah. But, man, give it up for DJ Zoom.
Yeah, DJ
Yeah,
Zoom.
gotta give it up, get that round of applause.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that live mix.
There we go.
I can't wait for the live.
He was like,
Hey,
Right. It was smooth too.
hey, nigga, hey, shit. Wrong order, nigga. It was supposed to be press and clap, nigga. Press and clap.
he said, damn it.
And clap. And clap. You doing the opposite like shit. Press and clap. That's
Hey, but let them know where they can find y'all at, man.
Well, you know, y'all can find me at DroBoyGoVine9, or you can follow me on Snapchat at Droboy Takeoff on Snapchat. You know, this is DBG.
For sure. King Cove.
Heard you. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Black Planet. You know what I'm saying?
They said MySpace, Black Planet.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
said Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
Grinder.
I don't even know what he said. Bumble. You can find me on Bumble. Psych nah.
Soul Swipe.
Soul Swipe.
Scout.
Stop saying
AIM. At AIM. Motherfucker. AOL.com. The social hour. Hashtag. Yeah. Something I know.
Hot thugs with mugs. Stupid.
Oh my God. You know what's funny? I forgot what you was trying to say at the end.
Right.
Because he started to spitting out shit and you started saying it again. And like he said grinder and you said grinder. And
Niggas said, wait, what is grinder, bro? Hold on. This is the last question.
It's an ad for gay men.
Yeah.
It's an ad for gay men.
Yeah.
So when he said that, I was like,
if I slap you one time, like I am, no African, fucking gay guy.
if
I slap you one time, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Me can slap you, my Varenia.
They got
Say
King
nah.
Coco and Wakanda on the nigga.
Say no, but you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, all social media at I am King Kof. That's IAMKINGKOF. And you know what I'm saying? I might be in your auntie's house. I might be DJing at your you know what I'm saying? Sweet 16.
I might be at your
prom,
auntie
all
house.
that.
I might be in your aunt's crib.
Word.
Spinning them things.
I said DJing because we was talking about DJing.
Yeah.
I'm about to be DJing now, but I'm hosting.
That's what's up,
Say
man.
no,
That
I'm
nigga
talking
said spinning
shit,
them
bro.
things. Auntie house.
But hell yeah, man. This be your boy DJ Show from Plan A Radio.
Plan A.
You already know fucking Plan B. But anyways, man, make sure y'all submit y'all music to planaradiostation.com for all the indie artists out there. And also, man, if y'all need radio interviews, make sure y'all DM me or send y'all music. Send us an email, planaradiostation@gmail.com. Right. But anyways, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate DJ Zoom for coming through. You know what I mean? And we out, you know. We out.
all I want to do is
We are out.
out.